Guys, it's Rose with Rose Likes Crochet. How is everybody doing? It is Thursday, July 3rd, 2025, and I am coming on here with the first yarn yakking video for July. So for those of you who are new here, my name's Rose. I like to crochet. I like yarn a lot, and I make stitch markers along with other handmade items. You can find those in my Etsy shop. It is linked down below in the description box, so if you could favorite my shop and favorite a few items, it really does help me out, and I do appreciate it. So yarn yakking videos are me talking about if I have any happy mail, which I technically do because I have donations. If I've made any yarn purchases, and believe it or not, I have, but it's a really small one. And if I have any finished objects, and I am going to show you some finished objects at the end. I pre-recorded a clip, so I'm going to show you that. So we're going to get into that. Before we do that, we're going to go over some admin stuff. There is a Facebook group for this YouTube podcast, so please go over and join. People like to list the projects that they're making, any sales that they're finding, and you can get a lot of good advice over there. So go on over there and join. You can also follow me on Instagram. That's at Roselikescrochet. Feel free to tag me in any giveaways that you find over there. And that is connected to a Facebook business page. So everything that goes on the Instagram goes on the Facebook business page, but feel free to follow me over there too. So besides the Etsy shop, there's a spring shop link down below where you can get Rose Likes Crochet merchandise. And I think that's it for admin stuff. So for most of the rest of this year, we are going to talk about two additional things regarding in addition to the things that I already told you about Happy Mail and yarn purchases and finished objects. So the first thing we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about random acts of crochet kindness. So I decided that that was going to be one of my things this year. I was going to do random acts of crochet kindness, and I decided to have a contest with you guys. The cool thing about that is that you can participate or not. It doesn't really matter. It's up to you, and you don't have to send anything. I have something else, a charity that we're helping, but that you can send stuff if you want. But for random acts of crochet kindness, the cool thing about that is whatever you make, you just leave it somewhere, and then someone else gets to benefit from your kindness. So every month I have been pulling an item out of a bag. So I'll tell you, for June, the item was a worry worm. And then in order to enter my contest, all you have to do is send me an email with the pictures of your item, how many you made, and where you left them. And then you get entered into my contest. And the prize is a little ball of yarn, a stitch marker, and some stickers. There is also a Facebook group for Random Acts of Crochet Kindness. I am not affiliated with them, but I am a part of that group. So you can go over there and join if you're on Facebook. And a lot of times people will post if they have found a random act of crochet kindness. So that's kind of cool. All right. So we're going to talk about, I got 20 emails last month for June for worry worms. And I had the little person in my phone pick a number. I had asked them to pick a number from 1 to 20. And I will tell you who the winner is after I'm done. I like to show everyone's worry worms and talk about it. So I have my iPad here, and we are going to go through, and I'm going to just not go in any particular order. The first email that I have here is from Terry, and she sent me a picture of her worry worm, and she said she left it in the library. So let me see if I can get this picture up here. So, oops. I got to figure out a different way to do this, you guys. So there is Terry's worry worm. So Terry, thank you so much. The next email that I got was from Sheree, and she said, I just made these for fun. I wanted to try making a different style. You don't need to include me in your giveaway this month, and you can share them if you like. So this is from Sheree. They're so cool. You guys see that? Oh my gosh, they're so adorable. Thank you so much, Sheree. I believe Sheree already won one of my giveaways, so that's why she said that. The next email is from Chrissy, and she said, I made 20 worry worms to give at my campgrounds on Monday the 30th, going to my camper for a week in Wisconsin, and her girls are going to leave them up at the store at the campgrounds for the kids to find. So here is from Chrissy. Aren't they adorable? That is so awesome. Thank you so much, Chrissy, for sending that email. The next one email I have is from Litza, and she has a channel here on YouTube. It's Coco's Crochet. I will link her down below. And she says, I'm attaching my worry worms, and she is actually saving all of her random acts of crochet kindness for the RAOCK day in September. She said she used DK variegated yarn and a 4mm hook and googly eyes. Same tutorial that I used, which I believe was from Hooked by Robin. And here is Litza's picture, and you can also see these on her channel. I'll link her down below. So they're adorable. Okay, the next email I have is from my good friend Joyce. Hi, Joyce. And she had something personal in the email, and then she says, I'm enclosing a picture of the 35 worry worms. 35 worry worms that she made. A friend and her are driving to Colorado and plan to leave them at rest stops, gas stations, and anywhere else we stop along the way. I've made 156 random acts of crochet kindness for our trip and plan on leaving all of them for others to find. Oh my gosh, Joyce, this is awesome. There you go. Those are all of Joyce's random acts of crochet kindness and worry worms. Oh my goodness. Okay, Joyce, you just got to let me know when you're back here in Illinois, okay? The next one is from Carrie. And Carrie says, here are my worry worms for June. I made 10 using the Hooked by Robin pattern and yarn scraps. The eyes are self-adhesive. They are such fun to make, and I'm looking forward to leaving them where kids can find them, like the toy department in stores, the library, and local playground/park. Happy crocheting, from Carrie. So here are Carrie's worry worms. Thank you so much, Carrie. We've got Judy at Witch Piece Craft. I will link her down below. She actually has a YouTube channel here. And she says she made 6, but she forgot to take a picture of the first 3. She left 3 in random places around Northern Australia. And then she has another 3 for her next stop in Adelaide. And here is her picture coming up. And you guys can go check out her channel also, where she talks about all kinds of things. She's super talented, so please go and check out Judy. The next one is from Kayla, and she says, let's see here, they made 10 worry worms, still to figure out the eyes. She's going to drop them off at the library and the community center. So here are her worry worms. They're so adorable. These were so fun to make, you guys. I hope that you guys all had a good time making them. The next email is from my friend Paula, and she says her little friends were left at the library. And I think there's probably more than that in the picture, but I don't know if I can scroll up and show. There we go. That's all of them right there. So she left those in the library. Then we have Cheryl. Cheryl says, I made 10 worry worms. The first time she made them, it was fun. She hasn't put them anywhere yet. And she is going to have her husband put a couple somewhere, maybe to the park, the store, the park and the store. And she said, this is so rewarding. And let's see if I can get her picture up here. Look at how cute. Oh my gosh. Cheryl, thank you so much. And I hope you feel better. The next one is from Julianne. She says, here are my worry worms for June. I made 5 and left them at the library and the grocery store. And let's see what she's got here. Look at how fun those little eyeballs are. Oh my gosh. Julianne, thank you so much for sending that. The next one is from Valerie. She says she made 3 this month. Her grandchildren and her will leave them at the local park. And this is Valerie's. These are Valerie's worry worms right there. Oh my gosh, I love them. Next we have Joan, and she says, here are my wiggle worms for June. I left 2 at the library, 2 at the dentist office, and 1 at the grocery store. Sure hope they brighten someone's day. And there are her worry worms. Oh my gosh, so cute. Okay, we've only got a couple more, you guys. This is from Dawn. She said, I set 3 worry worms free today, 2 at the Dollar Tree and 1 at a Family Dollar. I have 1 more to tag and bag so they can be set out in places for people hopefully to find. So she's got a couple pictures here. So there is 1 picture. And then let's see if we can get the other one. You can see it in the bag right there. And then that's where she left the other one. I will tell you that I left all of mine at a Target. I was with my mom, and she was in her little wheelie cart thing, and I was just had my plastic bag with all my worry worms, and like every time we turned a corner, I would just put one somewhere. So then we have Sue. She says, I made these worry worms from scrap yarn this month, and we'll leave them at the library in town. And here are hers right there. Those are really pretty. I mean, you could just do any scrap, right? The next one is from Laura. She said, here are my worry worms for June. I got tags from Amazon. I'm going to put them in grocery stores, doctors' offices, and on cars. So I'm going to show you her worry worms. There you go. They are laying the other way, but that's okay. We get the gist of them. Then we've got Lynn from Lynn Penguins Creations. I'll link her down below also. She said she made these 10 worry worms for June. Going to be dropping a couple off around town and sending a few to her sister in Ottawa, Ontario to share in her community. So I'm going to show you Lynn's, but you could also go check out her channel too. So there you go. Those are Lynn's worry worms. Thank you so much, Lynn, for participating. She is participating every month so far. The next one is Tammy. She said, I technically made 16, but one snuck off to my daughter's room. I had so much fun making these clearly. I'm not sure where I will leave these all at. I feel like I have saturated my market, but I do ride public transportation. Maybe I can leave them at bus stops, upcoming doctor's appointments, at the library. I don't think you can saturate it. It's totally fine. Can you imagine if someone kept finding like one of your random acts of crochet kindness every month? Look at how stinking cute they are. Oh my gosh. I just love them. I love them. Thank you so much, Tammy, for sharing that. Okay, we got two more. This is from Angela, and I don't believe, oh, she says, she did 6 worms. They are ready for their future person when she goes into town. Her goal is to make and distribute 50 worms this month. This is such a fun project. They are quick and easy stash busters to crochet up. I picked up the eyes and glue at the dollar store. And this is from Angela. They are so cute. And then we've got one more, you guys, and this is from Kay. And she said she had some downtime and made 5 worry worms. The pattern is easy. I plan to abandon them in schools to help students that may need a smile. So here are Kay's worry worms. So thank you so much, you guys, for participating in my little random acts of crochet kindness. So the little person in the phone did pick number 6, and the 6th name that I wrote down was Sue. So Sue, you know who you are. You sent me an email at the beginning of June. Please reply back to my email or send me another email with your shipping address so I can send out your little goodie bag. So that's it for June's Random Acts of Crochet Kindness. So now in this bag, there are 6 more items, and we are going to pull from the bag and figure out what is the item for July. So, all right, I think I have one here, and we're going to see what it is. All right, so for July, you guys, it is an angel. So for July, if you would like to make Random Acts of Crochet Kindness, and enter my contest, you would just need to make angels. Send me an email with how many you made, a picture, and where you left them, and then you'll be entered into my contest. Feel free again also to make anything else that you want. It's just that if you want to enter in the contest, you'd have to send me a picture of your angels. So for July, we've got angels. Yay! Okay, now there is another giveaway. There was a hidden giveaway in the last video, and I have already pulled the winner for that, but I am going to save that till the end of this video so that you guys have to stick around. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about, just remind me that I have to announce the winner. Like you guys can remind me. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is I do have donations. That's my happy mail. And that's usually the other thing that we are going to talk about. It's going to be the generous crafters. But before I talk about the generous crafters, because I have like 6 donations here. I want to tell you that I did a craft fair on June 28th. It was the first time that I did this craft fair, and I wanted to tell you what my results were, and to let you know that I'm probably not going to do this craft fair again. So I don't know about you guys, but here in the fabulous state of Illinois, it's been like 90 plus degrees every day for the past 3 weeks. It's like stupid hot. And last Saturday was no exception. And I have 2 craft fairs coming up. Well, 1 craft fair, but it's a 2-day craft fair coming up this coming weekend. And it's supposed to be stupid hot again. So I don't think that was why the craft fair wasn't what I expected. But like I said, I've never done this one before. I heard about it from another vendor and they said it was amazing. And even they were telling me that this was way slower than it had been in the past. So it was supposed to be from like 3 to 11. It was only from 4 to 9. It was like a fireworks thing. They had bouncy houses and food trucks. But it just wasn't, I don't know, I was expecting more. So I'm going to tell you what I sold. So I sold some loveys. And if you're not sure what a lovey is, go ahead and check out the tutorial from Zelda NRJ3. That is the tutorial that I use for all my loveys. It's always linked down below in the description box. So you can also check out my Etsy shop because I do sell all of my loveys in my Etsy shop. So I sold 5 loveys at this craft fair. I sold a Stitch lovey. I sold an Iron Man, a Spider-Man, a Luigi from Mario and Luigi, and a Winnie the Pooh. So 5 loveys, and then I'll tell you what else I sold. I sold a football towel. So I don't make the towels, but I make the rings for the towels. And I have a whole bunch of different, they're all listed in my Etsy shop also. So I sold 1 football towel. I sold, let me see, I know I sold 2 other towels. I had Stitch towels from like Stitch the movie, and I sold both of those that I had in stock. I sold 2 fidget keychains, 3 octos, 1 loaf cat, 3 bucket hats, 3 stingrays, 1 damn it doll. Those are also listed for sale in my Etsy shop if you want to look at those. 3 leggy frogs, 1 large rose, 4 bees, 1 market bag, 1 small flower, and I sold one of my mega jellyfish. So I don't know if you guys know, but I have a bunch of little tiny jellyfish. Those are for sale in my Etsy shop. And then I made 2 with blanket yarn that are literally like, I used an entire ball of Bernat blanket yarn and they're humongous. They're super duper big. And some guy came at the end, like very end of the show, and he bought one for his daughter. And I was really surprised because I have them priced very high. Thinking not one person is ever going to buy them, and someone bought one. So yay for me. So that was good, but I would not do that show again. And I keep notes on all my shows, and I actually put a note on this one that I won't do it again. So that way I won't like accidentally sign up for it. So, all right. So now we're going to talk about the Generous Crafters. So this channel, along with you guys, for this year, all the way through the month of October, we're going to be supporting a local charity to me, and it's called the Generous Crafters. They have a blog. It is linked down below in the description box. And I talked with them, and we decided that we were going to kind of continue the way we've been doing charity on this channel for the past couple of years, and have a specific item every month, 1 or 2 items every month, maybe. That you guys can send in if you want, and they support a whole bunch of different charities throughout Northern Illinois. And all of that, you can find it in the blog. So the list for what they're going to accept is down below in the description box, and it's also a pinned announcement in the Facebook group if you want to go and check it out. So I have 6 donations today. I'm pretty sure some of these are leftovers from June, so I'll just tell you June was Chemo hats. I will tell you that July is shawls, and hang on for that because I have a special deal for you guys on July shawls. August is loveys and amigurumi, and the amigurumi should be no larger than 12 to 14 inches. And then we added an item for August, and it's mobius fidgets. The link for that is down below in the description box. So that is July and August. For now. We're not going to get into September yet because we got to get through July and August. So I've been talking on my channel about having some kind of a special sale in my Etsy shop on shawls because I have a lot of shawls, And I'm not gonna make any shawls to donate. I figured I would discount the shawls that are in my shop, and then that way I feel like I've done a little bit to help. So here is what I'm gonna do. I only wanna give the discount for the shawls for people who wanna donate it to the generous crafters. So if you go in my Etsy shop, you will see all the shawl prices are the regular price. I don't have a way to give someone a code specifically, as far as I know, for the discount. So what I'll do is, if you want to buy a shawl from my Etsy shop and donate it to the generous crafters, I'm going to be giving 50% off of the shawl. But what you have to do is send me an email and tell me which shawl you want to donate. I'll go in and change the price on Etsy, and then you can make the purchase, and then I'll donate it in your behalf or on your behalf. So if you have any questions, send me an email. But all you have to do is look at my Etsy. This is only if you want to donate a shawl from my Etsy shop. You are totally not obligated to do that. I'm just offering up 50% off any of the shawls that are in there. So again, just check out the shawls in the Etsy shop. Email me if there is one that you would like to purchase for half off and donate to the generous crafters. I'll update the listing. I'll let you know when the listing is updated. You can make the purchase, and then I will donate it on your behalf. So that's how we're gonna do July shawls. And it's only July 3rd, so we have the whole month. You can think about it. So that is gonna be the deal for July for shawls. By the way, the shawls can be knit, crochet, whatever pattern, whatever style, however big, however small, whatever you wanna do. And then remember, August is loveys and amigurumis no larger than 14 inches and mobius fidgets. Now, there are 2 items that you can donate anytime through October. The first item is called a prayer square. And they look like this. So this one is knit, this one is crochet, and this one is sewn. The size is a 3x4. You can do a crochet one without the cross, and then when they print out the prayer, it will be non-denominational. And these just have, you don't have to put the charms on these. There's a charm in there too. You don't have to put the charm on there. I believe they have the charms for that. So the prayer squares, 3x4 or 3x3, you can donate these anytime through the end of October. You can send them to me. By the way, my P.O. box is listed down below in the description box. And the other item that they will take anytime through the end of October is 6-inch granny squares. And if you guys have not seen some of the blankets that have been put together from your granny squares, you should go check out the last Yarn Yakking video, because someone has been putting the squares together and they're making phenomenal looking blankets out of your 6-inch granny squares. So, all right, so that's the other thing that we're gonna talk about for the most part in every video through October. Okay, so we're gonna get to the donations. The first donation that I have is actually from me. When I was going to the Hirschner's sale, which was in June, I was working on some scraps making 6-inch granny squares, and I ran out of yarn on a few, so I decided I was not going to show them yet. I was going to finish them up. This is just a little bit. I still have more scraps to work on. So I actually have the ball bands. The first one is an I Love This Yarn metallic, and the color is called Peacock. And I had a little bit left over. It is sparkly. It's hard to see it. The next couple were combinations of loops and threads, impeccable speckle stripes, and big twist, and the color Sunrise Ombre. So I'll just show you those. This is definitely the Sunrise Ombre. I believe that one is too. This one is the loops and threads. And you guys, they just have to be 6 inches. That one is also the loops and threads. This next one, it was a leftover of the Super Saver Jumbo Speckle and White Speckle. And I had one full one here, and then one that needed a border. So I just put orange on the border. And then the last one that I have completed started with this purple is the yarn that I picked up at Daiso, and I had a little bit left over. And then the border is the Walmart Mainstays, and the color is Purple Multi. So those are my 6-inch granny squares that I'm going to be sending off with the rest of everybody's. So let's get to the first package here. This one is from Catherine, and she is from New Jersey. And I did not see a note in the bag. By the way, you guys don't have to put a note in the bag, but if you do have cats and you want to donate, if you could just do me a favor, let me know that you have cats and put your items in a plastic bag. And that way I don't open them up because I am highly allergic to kitty cats. I like them, but I'm highly allergic. So these are from Catherine. And like I said, no note in the bag, but look at how cool those squares are. Oh my gosh. Catherine, thank you so much for sending all of these beautiful squares. I love them. Oh, see, so there's like a whole bunch of red, white, and blue ones. I bet you we could put all those together. So not only are they putting together blankets with the squares, they're also putting together scarves. So I'm hoping at the next meeting that I go to from them, we'll be able to see at least another blanket maybe, or some scarves. That would be totally awesome. Okay, so let me get to the next one. Hang on. All right, you guys, the next package I have came from Sheree, and she is from Virginia. All kinds of stickers on there, and she put no cats on the front. And then here is her card. Oh, thanks. You guys should be thanked for sure. This is for all of you guys. Thank you for all the kindness you bring to the world. She says, Rose, thank you for giving me a place to make a difference through my crochet. Thanks to all who donate to you for the generous crafters, from Sheree. And then we've got a long note because we had several different bags, and she's got notes for everything here. She goes, okay, hello, Rose and family. I pray all is well with you all. I checked Knots of Love website for yarns to use from my stash. Okay, she says the red, white, and blue yarn. Hold on a second. Okay, so that's this bag right here. She says the red, white, and blue yarn is Bernat Softy Baby Stripes. The large beanie is a simple double crochet that she freehanded. And then oh, this is so pretty. The smaller is a teen small adult pattern, is United Celebrations hat by Esturk. She got it online. So those are those two, and that's Bernat Softy Baby Stripes for those. The green, yellow, and white is Lion Brand Smoothie yarn. I'm not sure of the pattern either. Knots of Love, Natalie's Caps, or Snowy Ridges. Not sure of designer. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Seriously, that's gorgeous. And it is called Lime, the smoothie one that she used for that one. So pretty. Okay, so these are the Chemo hats that we requested for June. So if you still have Chemo hats and you want to send them, you can, but we're moving on to shawls for July. Okay, she says the Blue Divine hat, okay, so we're on this bag here, is made with Lion Brand Comfy Cotton, and it is so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love the Divine hat, you guys. So there is that one. And then she says, the orange multi-hat is made with Yarn Art Jeans Tropical Cotton Blend from the tutorial of Dirk Crochet Hat by Caralho Crochets. LOL. I had another one in a blue multi, however, my aunt loved it too, and that's why I have a mix. I had a mix of leftovers into the beanie. Okay, so the next two are mixed with Yarn Art Jeans Tropical. And oh my gosh, so pretty. Look at that, you guys. Oh, and it's so soft. And then here is the one that's mixed up, which is fine. Oh my gosh, they're so beautiful, Sheree. She says she had 2 Premier Sweet Rolls in the color Cloud Pop, blue, gray, and white. So that is Premier Sweet Rolls right there. And I used a pattern by Crochet Fleece, blogspot.com, Chemo Sleep Cap, and Crochet Perfect Double Crocheted Beanie by Danielle Pink Designs. Then I tried to create a beanie with a different stitch. I had 1 3/4 left of the Premier Sweet Roll color in Cheesecake Pop, which is the beige, brown, and salmon. The other 3 beanies, I used the pattern Crochet Perfect Double Crochet Beanie by Danielle Pink Designs. LOL, I know it's confusing. Okay, so if you guys need more of that information, just let me know and we can always go through that again. These are just so pretty. I mean, you would never think that just a simple double crochet beanie would turn out so gorgeous, but look at how pretty that is. And you guys, this is so soft. Okay, and then here's the other sweet roll. And this is the one that she said is cheesecake pop. So we'll show you those. Oh, that's really pretty. Oh my goodness. Sheree, thank you so much. So much detail in the hats. And look at how pretty that is. Oh my gosh. So much detail in your note. I so appreciate it. Okay, then she said, I had 3 skeins of Premier Everyday Color Tan Marl, which is this one right here. And the beanies were made using the Sleep Cap or Perfect Beanie patterns. Okay, so that is, look at how pretty that is. Oh my gosh, it's so soft, you guys. So super soft. And this is really neutral too. So this could be for male or female. Look at how pretty that is. Oh my gosh. And then I think there's like 2 more here. I almost forgot the last 3 made with Annie's yarn from a kit I received. I ran out, so I used a scrap of Premier bobbin yarn. Okay, so this was the Annie's Caring Crochet Kit Club. And here is one of them. Oh my gosh, look at this little one. It's so sad that there would have to be someone with that size head that needs a chemo cap, but look at that. She says, I didn't get to wash these. We've had guests back to back. Okay, that was fun. I pray all who receive that will be blessed. Love, Sheree. P.S. Forgive my sloppiness. My mind was ahead of my writing, right? It's kind of like when you're hungry and your eyes are bigger than your stomach and you order a big meal and you're like, oh man, I really shouldn't have done that. So, Sheree, thank you so much for all of the beautiful hats. You don't have to worry about them not being washed. It's all good to go. Okay, let's get to the next one. All right, you guys, the next box comes from Kim. She's from Georgia, and she says a camo kitty lives here, or a camo kitty house. So she has a kitty cat. She says, hi, Rose. Enclosed are 6 hats for the Generous Crafters Chemo hats. I chose soft yarn and used various patterns. Many blessings from Kim. Okay, so she's got all the patterns. So I'm going to hold up the hat while I'm talking about it. I can't open up the bag, but I can show you guys this. She says this one is using Yarn Bee Pearl Spun Low Pill Fiber. The color is called Matcha Mondays. And it is a tutorial called the Luna Beanie Textured Crochet Chemo Cap Step-by-step tutorial, YouTube from Krista Co-Design. That is so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love it. And by the way, she's got them labeled. So thank you so much, Kim. Okay, so this is the second one. She said it is the same yarn, and it is called the Crochet Hat and Scarf Set Tutorial Nimbus Beanie from our very own Crystal at Bag O'Day. So this is the Nimbus Beanie, and it is absolutely beautiful. Then we have this one, which is from yarn. The yarn she used is Yarn Bee Pearl Spun. The color is Hazy Hazel. And this is the Crochet Beanie Hat Top Down for Man or Woman Slanted Pillars Alpine Beanie from Bag O'Day. My gosh, that's so pretty. That's, I mean, just gorgeous. Seriously, you guys do amazing work. The next 2 are the same yarn, Yarn Bee Pearl Spun. The color is Majestic Plum. This one is the Easy Crochet Seamless Linked Double Crochet Hat for Man or Woman from Bag O'Day Crochet. So there is that one. And then this one is same yarn, Easy Crochet Beanie for Man or Woman, Quicksilver Beanie from Bag O'Day Crochet. Gosh, that is so pretty. So, so pretty. And then the last hat that she's got here is this one. And she said she used Yarn Bee Yarn ID in the color Indigo. And this is How to Crochet a Beanie Hat Back to Basics Beanie from Bag O'Day Crochet. So Kim, thank you so, so much for sending all these beautiful hats. Thank you for letting us know what yarn you used. Thank you for bagging them. Thank you for telling us the pattern They all look absolutely incredible. And I want to say thank you again so much to anyone who donates, not only just to my channel, but to any channel, to any local charity. I always highly recommend that you try and donate locally if you can. It helps your community. It saves you on postage. But whatever the case, charity just feels good, even if you're just doing a worry worm and just leaving it in one spot, or just one worry worm and leaving it. So I don't know, highly encourage it. It feels good. Okay, let's get to the next one. All right, you guys, the next package comes from Susan, and she is from a town here in Illinois. And look at that pretty card. And Susan, next time, if you want to meet up, I can meet up with you. She says, hi, Rose. Hope all is well. Enclosed, please find some adult chemo hats and prayer squares. The patterns for the hats and squares are from the Generous Crafter blog. The pattern for the blue speckle hat is from, oh, here we go. I'll just hold that up. Is from Knit a Ross Hat tutorial from Smell Great Guy. It really is wonderful all you do. Thank you. Best from Sue. P.S. No cats. So this is a Ross hat. That's awesome. And she's got tags on everything, you guys. It says washed. And then it has care instructions and what yarn she used. She used Caron Simply Soft Speckle on this one. That is so pretty. So let's see this one. This one says adult hat, Yarn Bee Chemo, Yarn Bee Soft Secret. Please remove pin before washing. And then it has the care instructions on it. Oh my gosh. Did you knit all these, Susan? These are just amazing. Here is, oh, and they're so super soft. This one says adult chemo hat, Yarn Bee Soft Secret, remove pin before washing. And it also gives the care instructions. And there is the little pin on there. Oh my gosh, just so sweet. So sweet. This one right here is Premier Bloom DK, machine wash, warm, tumble dry. My gosh, these are just so gorgeous. Okay, this one says Yarn Bee Soft Secret, and then of course remove the pin. I don't know if you guys can see it. There's the pin. And then here is the last hat, and it says adult chemo hat. I love this cotton, machine wash cold. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh, these hats are just beautiful, Susan. And then we have some prayer squares, you guys. Thank you so much for making these, Susan. I still haven't tried one, but if I made one, I would make them without the puffs. So I guess I could easily make a 3x4 square, right? Can't be that hard. I can make a 6-inch granny square. I should be able to make a 3x4 square. There is a pattern for the prayer square down below in the Generous Crafters blog. So if you guys want to go and check it out, that would be awesome. And there is the last one. Thank you so much, Susan. And again, let me know if next time you want to meet up, I can meet up with you. Okay, we have one more box, guys. Hang on. All right, you guys, my last box for tonight comes from Mare, and she is from Georgia. And I have a little note card. It says Cat Free House. And it says, good day, enclosed you will find the chemo hats. Hope you have a wonderful June, from Mare. Oh, Mare, you're so sweet. Okay, she's got ball bands for everything. So I'm gonna start showing you the ball bands first. So we've got the first batch of, these are all chemo hats, you guys. I love this yarn. It's from Hobby Lobby, and the color is light peach. So I'm gonna show you these beautiful hats, and they're so, so soft. Oh my gosh. And they look like just basic double crochet beanies. Mare, correct me if I'm wrong. We've got this one here, which is Crafter Secret, and the color on this is called pink. And we've got two hats here. Oh, this one has ridges on it, you guys. Can you see that? Yes. So pretty. Mare, these are just gorgeous. I've got this band here, which is an I Love This yarn called Soft Blue. And it looks like there was some white in there also. Beautiful. There was a little flower in there. So Mare, let me know if I can leave that as a random act of crochet kindness or if it goes on something. This next one is an I Love This yarn, and it's called Brush Stroke Breeze. Oh my gosh, so soft, so pretty. Oh my gosh, Mare, you're just amazing. Next one is I Love This yarn, and the color turquoise. You guys, like, I don't know what you think about I Love This yarn, but it is so stinking soft. Look at that one with all the shells. Oh my gosh, these are just beautiful. Just beautiful, Mare. You're so super talented. How do you have time to do all these? The next one is also I Love This yarn in the color Royal. And there is that hat with the front posts. Oh my gosh. Here it is again. Mare, can you share the pattern of that one? Because that one is super duper pretty. Oh my goodness. Okay, the next one is I Love This yarn in the color Grape. So that's really pretty too. That looks like something, it looks like it would be like just a double crochet, but there's something else going on with that one. I like that. Here is another one with a little bit of white. Here is another one. These are just so pretty. Oh my gosh, and so soft. They're gonna be floored when they get these hats, you guys. The next one is I Love This yarn in the color Hot Rose. Look at that with the flower. Oh, there's another one. These are just beautiful. Look at that. Look at that, Mare. That's incredible. The next color is also I Love This yarn, and it's called Periwinkle. There, look at that. That's like the alpine stitch, right? You guys know I've never done anything in the alpine stitch. I think I tried it once and I got frustrated with it, so I stopped. The next one is I Love This yarn in the color Rosy Cheeks. Look at how pretty that is. Oh my gosh, I love it. Love it. Oh my gosh, Mare. And the next one is Crafter's Big Secret, or Crafter's Secret Big Idea. Color is Pale Yellow. And we've got this one right here. And we've got one trimmed in white. Oh my gosh, it's so soft. The next one is I Love This yarn in Ivory. Oh my gosh. Okay, Mare, can you please leave a comment and let us know what these patterns are, because they're just beautiful. The next one is I Love This yarn in Orchid. And don't worry, I'll recycle those labels, you guys. Here is one. Look at that. Oh my gosh, these are just the sweetest. Seriously, look at that. That's amazing. I would highly encourage you guys to please leave a positive comment down below on something that you've seen here today. I always encourage you guys, especially even if you're going to another channel and they're doing charity, please leave a positive comment. A lot of times people who donate will watch and they hopefully read the comments. The next set here is I Love This yarn in Arctic Ice and in white. So here is the Arctic Ice. Oh my gosh, it's just so pretty. And what a great combination. Here is just a white one. These are just gorgeous. Mare, pattern please. Pattern for all of them, please. They're all so pretty. This next one is I Love This yarn print, and the color is called Desert Dust. And there's one of those. Wow. And then we've got one more color. It is called Key Lime in the I Love This yarn. And we've got a bunch with some flowers on them. Oh my gosh, look at this one, you guys. Seriously, look at the flower on that. These are just beautiful. Mare, thank you so much for sending all of these amazing hats. I can't even believe that you sent all of these. There's like, I don't even know, 50 of them. It's just incredible, and they're all so soft and they're all so beautiful. So thank you so much for sending them. For anyone who has sent any donations, I appreciate it. Okay, so I am gonna show you the one little thing of yarn that I bought, and I'll tell you about it, and then I'm gonna go to my finished objects. So hang on a second. All right, you guys, so I was in my Facebook group, and I was perusing the posts, and someone posted that their Walmart had clearance yarn. I have two Walmarts that are not far from me. One is kind of up that way and one is kind of down that way. And I was kind of down that way doing something else, so I stopped in there, and the only thing that I found was these mandala ombres. They were $4 each, you guys. This is the color balance, and I think they had like 7, but I think that I only picked up 6 because they have 344 yards. So I figured with 6, I could do like a really nice blanket, right? Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And then there's another one right here. So I picked up 6 of those for $4 each. And then the only other thing that Walmart had on clearance was this Mainstays yarn, and the color is called pink. And this was on clearance for $2 and let me just see here, $2.50. So that was all that was on clearance at the Walmart that way. Then I was at the Walmart that way, and they had not a single thing on clearance for yarn. The only thing they had, and it was actually in the clearance section, was the Bernat blanket in the frosting, and that was $5, and I already have a ton of that, so I did not get any of that. But nothing like in the section. And the person who posted in the Facebook group, there was like cotton on clearance and all kinds of stuff on clearance, and neither one of my stores going in either direction had anything except for this and this. So that's all the yarn shopping that I've done. I have been so busy preparing for craft fairs, I haven't had a chance to go to any other stores and check anything else out. So I am going to show you something, finished objects that I recorded actually probably like a month ago and never showed you guys because I had to like get them. This is what I do all the time. I like film usually the day that I have to pack up my car, and I want to show people stuff before it sells. So anyway, I made a bunch of washcloths and Swiffer covers, and I'm going to insert that clip here, and then I'm going to tell you who the winner was for the bag once we come back. Here you go. Hey guys, Rose from the past. How is everybody doing? I am filming this on a Friday afternoon. I have a craft fair tonight, and I have a couple of things that I want to show you that are finished that I have to get packed up. So I figured I would make this little clip since I don't have time to upload, and I will show you what I've been making. So I have been making some washcloths because I have been finding that people are actually interested in buying washcloths when I go to craft fairs. So I'm going to tell you that I use 2 different designs for the washcloths. The first one I'm going to show you is from Daisy Cottage blog, and I believe that is called the Pebble Beach washcloth, and it's basically a mini bean stitch, which I really, really like. And I think it looks really pretty in a washcloth. So I'm going to show you those in a second here. I will link the pattern down below in the description box. I did use a 5.5 millimeter hook, and I will show you the yarn that I used for this Pebble Beach washcloth. Okay, so the first one that I did here is using this Dishy worsted weight. This was a gift from my good friend Kathy. So hi Kathy. The color on this is called Bumblebee, and this was I believe a full ball of yarn, and I'm going to show you what the washcloth looks like. It looks like that. It is a mini bean stitch, which I think is so pretty. So washcloth, dishcloth, and then when I package these up for my craft fairs, I actually fold them, and then I put labels on them. So there is one. The next one I made is Dishy Multi, which is also from a worsted weight, and this color is called Friendship Bracelet, and this was a full ball, and there is that washcloth. I like the way that one pooled. The next one was just a scrap ball of cotton. Don't know what the color is or the brand, and there is this one right here. And then the other pattern that I used, I only did 3 of these. The other pattern that I used was from a YouTube tutorial from Jada in Stitches, and it's called the half double crochet V-stitch. And I used a 5.5 millimeter hook because I like it. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. The first one that I made is from some scrap cotton that I got at the reuse store. There was no label on it. And I'm going to show you what the pattern looks like. I love the way that these come out. The texture is great on these. So there is that one there. The next one, also just a scrap ball of yarn. So I have no idea what the brand is. There is that one. These are a little bit smaller than the bean stitch ones. So I guess, I don't know. I have to go look at the ones that I've already made and see which one looks similar. The next one I did is from a Hobby Lobby Crafter Secret, and this yarn is called Lemon Lime Twist. And there is that one. That looks really, oh, this is a mini bean stitch. Sorry, this one is one of the mini bean stitch ones. The next V-stitch one that I did is Big Twist Cotton, and this one is called Multi-America, Multi-America. And I don't know if that was a full ball or not, but that's how that one turned out. And then I have two more washcloths here. This was a scrap ball from something, I don't know what. And there is the washcloth for that one. And then also a scrap ball. I think these might have all been from the reuse store. And that is what the washcloth looks like on that one. So I was pretty excited. I have a stack of washcloths. I need to get labels for all these and package them up for my craft fair tonight. The other thing that I've been working on, because these sell really well at my craft fairs also, are Swiffer covers. And I use a tutorial from Sarah Satch here on YouTube. It's called the Hair Grabber, and then I also used part of the pattern from Black Rose Stitches. So I modified both of them because I think they use smaller crochet hooks than what I use. So I used a 5.5mm crochet hook with these, and I also have to print out my packaging for these also. So the first color that I used was from this cone of cotton. This is Sugar and Cream, and the color on this one is called, let's see if we can find it, Purple Haze. And this is my Swiffer cover. And a lot of people will ask if I make them any bigger, but I only have one Swiffer in my house to measure it up to. So I only make the one size, and this just fits a regular Swiffer. And it's got like the two things so you can stick your Swiffer inside there. So I also have to print a label and package these up as well. So I have this one here. Then I used that same brown yarn and made one in this color. The next one is Crafter Secret, and it is called Classic Print. And I'm not sure if any of these were full balls or not. So there is that one right there. And you know, the great thing about these is the way I sell them to customers is that you just throw it in the wash when it gets dirty, and you don't have to keep throwing away those Swiffer pads. The next one is called Peppermint Twist from Crafter Secret from Hobby Lobby. So that is this one right here. And they all have these little pockets for your Swiffer. The next one is also from Crafter Secret, and it is called Iced Mint, and this is a clearance yarn, so I don't think you can get that anymore. So there is that one right there. That I was really working hard on these, you guys. The next one is Big Twist Favorite Cotton, and the color on this one is Magical Mermaids. Don't know if this was a full ball or not, but there is that one. The next one I did is also Crafter Secret. It's called Purple Confetti. And here is that one. I did this Lily Sugar and Cream. Color is Orange Sherbet. This looks like it was a clearance one also from somewhere. And here is that one right there. And I have a couple more. The next one was this Dishy Cotton. And I don't know if, I think the color is called Fox on this one. That might have been a full ball. And here is the Swiffer cover. This is kind of softer than the regular kitchen cotton, the Dishy cotton. So I don't know that I would like to use that for Swiffer covers, but I do like to use that for washcloths. The last one that I have to show you is using Crafter Secret. I believe I started with Turquoise Rainbow Bridge, and then I ran out, so then I put a border on it with just the turquoise. and that is this one right here. You can barely tell that it's different colors because they match so well. So let me know what you guys think about, like if you have a pattern that you like to use for your Swiffer covers, if you have a pattern you like to use for the washcloths. I really liked this V-stitch. The bean stitch I really like too, but it took a lot more time than this V-stitch. So let me know if you have a favorite washcloth pattern. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna give you back to the regular Rose now. Bye. All right, you guys, so craziness, right? I haven't sold any of those washcloths at a craft fair since I made that video, and I haven't sold any of the Swiffer covers, but at least my display is filled, and that's what I wanted. Okay, so that's it for the washcloths and the Swiffer covers. So this is the bag that I was giving away in my last video, my last yarn yakking video. I was showing pigs, and the keyword was pig. You couldn't say anything about a giveaway. I did the YouTube random comment picker, and I am going to insert a picture. I took a screenshot of who the winner was, and I'm going to insert the picture here. Okay, so for our winner, congratulations, and you have to send me an email with your shipping address, and then I'll get this bag out to you. So this bag, I believe I linked her in the description box of the last video. Creative Chaos Crochet made these for me for my daughter, and my daughter doesn't use them, so I took them back, and I'm giving this one away. So congratulations to the winner. That's all I'm gonna do for this video. I have, like I said, a craft fair Saturday and Sunday, so I will be out of commission, trying not to die from the heat. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and I'm pretty sure I will see you next week. So take care and stay cool if you're hot, and stay warm if you're cool. Oh, leave me a comment down below, okay? Thanks. Bye.